Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Now we're starting this one off with somebody who doesn't know the difference between their left and their right. Now as you can see, the car behind us is indicating to turn right or left as we're looking at it, but in fact they actually want to go the opposite way, the same direction I'm going. As we all know, we're in the year 2026 and you can identify as what the hell you like nowadays. In this case, we've got somebody here who identifies as a bus. In this clip, the circus is back in town, and there's our chief clown, riding his bike with no hands on the handlebars and with no lighting on either whilst riding on the pavement. In this clip, I've got one here for you classic car enthusiasts. It's coming from straight ahead and will be turning in front of us shortly. We have ourselves here this very tidy looking Mercedes-Benz 190E, heralding from 1992. I apologise for the bit of rain on the windscreen there as well. Now we're back on the rear camera again in this clip, as you can tell, and I've got another one for you classic car enthusiasts. Now we're not looking at the one behind us, we're looking at the one that will be coming in on the right hand side. As you can see on the right hand side as we're looking at it, we have this very tidy Vauxhall Cavalier heralding from 1994. I didn't bother doing a video still at this point because we were stuck at traffic lights at the Hinckley hub. And I have another one here for you classic car enthusiasts as well. Well, this one does go right up to where just before where the number plate format changed in 2001. We have this little red number on the right hand side. It is a Fiat Seicento or Seicento, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, but it heralds from the year 2000. We're on the A5 in this clip, and as you can probably tell, we've got a little bit of mist lingering around, but even I can see the white line where these red lights are. But look how far he's pulled forward on the left hand side. They're obviously keen to get their parcels to the next depot as quickly as possible, I'd say. And we're back on the rear camera again, just for a change. And we've got this Max Verstappen wannabe behind us who thinks he's at the Nürburgring. One thing I'll never get is why do drivers feel the need to come right up behind you really fast but then really slow down? You know, if you're in a rush to get somewhere, leave 5 minutes earlier or something. But to be fair, I will give credit where credit's due, and they don't block the keep clear sign, which is just behind me. We're on the A47 Normandy Way in this clip, and I have another one for you classic car enthusiasts. Dating all the way back to 1998, we have this BMW 3 Series, a very tidy little motor, though I say so myself. And as always the case for these classic cars I capture, we'll have a rear camera shot as well. And yet another one for you classic car enthusiasts. God, this day's been pretty good to you. We have this 1997 Land Rover Discovery. And again, one from the rear camera. We're coming up to the Stretton Baskerville Island in this clip. Now you don't need any introduction because you know it's where the A5, the B4109 and the M69 meet. And as it features all the time mostly in these clips, I thought I'd do a little song for it.
It's time for the Stretton Baskerville
But anyway, seriously, the reason why I showed that clip is because we have actually got a classic car moment for you coming up. So but I just thought I'd show off a little bit of music I did for you and all. Anyway, keep an eye on the right hand side. We have ourselves a Jaguar S-Type coming up. Now, there it is there on the right hand side. It does go against my criteria, what I normally use, but I just thought I'd include it because it did look quite nice. Now, this time, without the music, I'll flip back to the front camera again so you can see it. Now, this one's a bit of an enigma, I think. We're on the M69 southbound between the turn off for Hinckley and Coventry. Now, we're looking at this car on the left hand side that you can see. Now, first he goes to try and overtake, but then they just sit there for a bit. Now, I can't figure out why they do that. If you're going to overtake, just overtake, use your right foot and away you go. The penny does drop finally though, and they do discover the accelerator pedal. Use your right foot. In this clip, I'm just leaving the big Asda Superstore in Coventry, and I've got one here for you classic car enthusiasts again. We have this 1999 Subaru Impreza. Now, I've seen this car here a few times in the same space, so I don't know whether it's an Asda employee or a shopper who just likes that space, but either way, it's a nice car all the same. And of course, let's take a look at it from the rear camera. Now, seeing the last few clips has been all for classic car enthusiasts, I've got one here now for you emergency vehicle enthusiasts. It's an ambulance trying to get through heavy traffic in Coventry. We're in Shilton in this clip, and we're at a set of traffic lights, and I need my crystal ball here to see which way this car in front's going. Yes, it's that model of Ford Puma where the indicators are an optional extra. We're on the road between Wolvie and Shilton here, and yet again we have another example where people think it's alright just go and dump their rubbish wherever they like. I mean, I don't know what it is, but this lay-by here always tends to attract the fly tippers for whatever reason, even though there are signs that say that the area is monitored. We're a little further down the road now from the previous clip. We're now in the village of Wolvie, and we have ourselves a roundabout corner cutter. There he goes. Now, that is just lazy driving. They could have easily went round the proper way as shown here. Now, some of you might be saying, well, what's the big deal? Well, that road there that he's turning into is actually blind if you come in the opposite direction. So you can't actually see what's on the roundabout until you actually get there because of that house being in the way. Besides which, that's just lazy driving anyway. And we're back in Hinckley in this clip, and I've got another one for you classic car enthusiasts. I think this is the first compilation where just about every other clip has been one of classic cars. Destinations that will stay with you forever. All our ships that are small in size, but we have this 1990 Volkswagen Golf with what I think is a mattress on the roof. Oh, and I'm not sure why that transporter's stopped there for. I mean, I've got the car showroom, but it is further back from where we've just come. But anyway, let's flip over to the rear camera for another look at that Volkswagen Golf. Now, when I'm out on the road, I do find some things amusing, and this van in front of us is no exception. Just take a look now as you zoom into where the front passenger side is. Now, I'm not sure if that's a goblin or a gremlin puppet with a head out the front window, but I do find it quite amusing. And it's always nice to see funny things like this, especially in these uncertain times. We're on the Ashby Road in this clip, and we've got a couple of red light runners for you. Now, as you can see, the lights up ahead are changing to green for us to go. Our first one is this red car here that I've circled. But the one for the Darwin Award is this one just here. Now, he definitely had a very late red light.
You are kidding me.
Now, we're just a little bit further down the road, and I've got one here for you classic car enthusiasts. It's coming up on the right hand side. We have this 1992 Land Rover Defender, and it does stand out really well, especially in the low winter sun. And of course, we have the customary rear camera shot too. We're on the B4109 now. This is the road that goes from the Stretton Baskerville roundabout interchange all the way down to Wolvie and beyond. Now, I've been playing with some music again. I hope you like this one. Yes, as you gathered, it's a little song dedicated to potholes, like this one just here. And we have this one just here as well. Now, in case you're wondering why that song might sound similar, it's because I've used the lyrics from Guns N' Roses' Paradise City, and I've altered the lyrics slightly to, fit the occasion as it was. Now, we've come off the B4109 and we're on the B4112 heading towards Withiebrook and Paleton. And we've got ourselves another couple of red light runners. We have temporary traffic lights here, and if you look past the van you can see our lights are turning to green. And we have a couple of these mobile organ donors here. 1, 2, what's a red light? I don't have a clue. I'm in the village of Withiebrook now in Warwickshire, and we're going to have a go at the Great British Workforce. And we're going to start with this flatbed that you see up ahead, parked on a blind bend.
Whoa.
For today's national anthem, we're going to be meeting the abandoned dog. What such a lovely story. Who's joined a peace mission.
And yes, I'll admit I could have probably stopped a little bit sooner there, or maybe even backed up to make things a little bit easier for that lady going the other way.
Yeah, not the best place to park there, man. Definitely not.
We're at Magna Park Lutterworth in this clip, and we're looking at poor lane discipline, and in particular that lorry that you can see up ahead on the left hand side. Now, despite being in lane 1, as if he's going down the A5 southbound, he actually wants to go up the A5 northbound, so should be in this lane that I'm in. Now, if he was staggering both lanes to go around the roundabout, which wouldn't be any need to do that anyway, because the roundabout is quite good, the lanes are wide enough, but there was absolutely no need to be in that lane whatsoever to go right round.
And there another one down Coventry Road.
Yeah.
We're back on the Ashby Road in Hinckley now, and just up ahead on the left hand side we have a flatbed truck parked up, and we're looking at this car in front of us. Now, he slows down and stops, which is what he's supposed to do anyway, but then he just goes straight through. I mean, if he just held back and waited for that other car to come the other way, just like I did, and then go around the truck, you'd have been alright, you wouldn't have lost any time or anything. I think it's just impatience in my opinion. But anyway, it's that time again, I'm afraid. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and bye for now, and stay safe out there.